Yeah, this is thought-provoking because I shouldn't be like eating meat not knowing how that's been killed or how that's been treated before it's been put in a packet. And even like the thought of it, like the thought of meat does like, yeah. Wow, this is cool.
So I'm asking if people can explain what animal abuse means to them.
To be honest, embarrassingly not much, but I do care about it, but I'm just not educated in the field at all. But actually, weirdly, I did watch that animation, Save Ralph.
Haven't seen
About,
it.
oh, it's really cool. It's not cool, it's really depressing and really sad, but it's a nice animation.
Well, what animal's Ralph?
I think he's a mouse. Or
Is he being tested on?
Yeah, it's about like, animal abuse and stuff, and it just like depicts it really well, of just like getting to know the animal as like a human, because people don't see animals
right,
in
or
the
a
same
person.
Yeah, they don't see it in the same respect.
Yeah,
it's like humans are more important.
Yeah, do you think that humans are more important, or do you think that animals are also people in a way and they have their own ways of thinking and they form relationships?
Well, yeah, because they have their whole like own life. But yeah, I think it's just because we don't know. So like, I don't know if, like, they can't speak to me, so I just like assume it's like, oh, well, they're not as important, but they are. Because, I mean, they make the world go round, you know? Yeah.
And my last question, and I'm not judging at all because I ate meat for 18 years, but I'm asking people about if they think the animals which we farm and confine in small spaces and slaughter at a young age, if they think that's abuse as well.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But I do eat meat.
Have you thought about going vegan and abstaining from animal products?
I have actually thought about it. And to be fair, I don't eat a lot of meat. I kind of just like, I don't eat a lot of red meat at all. I kind of just eat fish and chicken. But yeah, even then I'll watch something about animal abuse and it'll make me stop eating meat for like a while. But then I'll just eat it again because then I'm just like, oh, I forget again. But that's why it's important to do what you're doing. It's like reminding people that it's an ongoing thing. It doesn't just go away when you forget about it.
Do you think when you think about consuming those animal products, you should like remind yourself of like the suffering that goes behind it and the experience that animals had?
Definitely, yeah. I sort of had this like philosophy of if I could kill the animal, then I can eat it.
Right.
Because I think it's so bad that we kind of just consume things. We don't actually know how that's been made, what it's gone through.
You say you don't eat red meat, but like, do you think there's a moral difference between a cow and a pig, or a chicken or a fish?
Yeah, no, I don't think there is.
Like, could you kill a chicken or a fish?
Yeah, I could.
You could?
Yeah, probably.
Have you?
No, but I probably could, which is bad.
What do you think the difference is between a chicken and a fish, or a pig and a cow?
I guess nothing really. They should be equal. Because it's like, I wouldn't kill a human. It's like, if I could stand there and be like, I could kill an animal to eat it. I don't know, I guess it's like, it's a moral dilemma I've thought about in my head. So it's like, well, the food chain, it's like how it should be, but then it's like, should it be like that? I guess hunting in a way that's sustainable and not abusive to an animal, but then how do you do that? So this is thought-provoking because I shouldn't be like eating meat not knowing how that's been killed or how that's been treated before it's been put in a packet. And even like the thought of it, like the thought of meat does like,
Do you know how animals are killed in the UK?
No, I've watched videos on it, but I don't know. I don't.
Well, I could quickly explain it for you. So chickens, they get killed at around 30 weeks old. And they're hung upside down and dipped in electrified water, which stuns them. And then they get their necks cut. But often they either miss the water, so they're conscious, or they wake up, and then so they're conscious for their death.
Oh, that's horrible.
So that's even free-range chickens. And even if you're not eating the meat, if you're eating the eggs, that's what's happening to these animals. And so cows are bolt gunned in the head, and again at a very young age. And to produce dairy, we forcefully impregnate them. And then after the 9 months and they give birth, we then take the calf away from them. the calf will never see the mother again. They kind of cry out for that calf.
Yeah.
And if it's a male, they'll kill it instantly. Or if it's a female, they'll do that same cycle of forced breeding, taking the milk which is intended for the calf, and then killing them. And the pigs, they get gassed in the UK, so they get put in a cage and descended into carbon dioxide and they suffocate. So there is no humane way to consume animal products.
Yeah.
So I'm just encouraging people to go vegan, eat plant-based foods.
Sorry.
No worries. Because ultimately, we can live healthily without any animal products.
Yeah, you can now, especially. There's like so many different options. So yeah, we don't really have an excuse not to. Yeah.
And like, so go for it.
I don't know. I've just made so many excuses of like, if I think about going veggie or vegan, I'm like, oh, but it's too expensive, or like, is it even that healthy? All these excuses, and yeah, I guess there isn't really any.
And it is very healthy. It's actually healthier to be plant-based.
Yeah.
And on the price, there's a study that showed that it's 30% cheaper to be plant-based if you're eating mostly whole foods.
Yeah.
So that's like encouraging people to consume less processed foods, because often supermarkets will charge extra for meat replacements.
Yeah.
But if you eat mostly whole foods, it's actually a lot cheaper and better for our health.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't contain that suffering and exploitation and slaughter of the animal.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. I'm glad I bumped into you. Because,
I'm glad you stopped to talk to me.
Yeah, no, it's good. I feel like as a meat eater as well, it's kind of just like you just don't want to hear it. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna ignore it because I love eating meat. But it's like, no, actually, it's really bad. And yeah, it's good to think about. Yeah, to be fair, I will do some more research on it.
Yeah, don't take my word for it. Do the research, and there's like so many documentaries out there and resources to find out how you can live healthily, plant-based.
Yeah.
I'm just urging people, like, when they have that urge to consume animal products, just remind yourself of the suffering that animals gone through.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the plant-based alternatives are usually as good tasting, or if not better.
Yeah.
And they're better for our health.
Yeah.
So even if it's a selfish thing, do it for yourself, for your health.
Yeah, I've thought about that aspect to it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like ultimately, I think the biggest reason should be for the animals, because they're living lives of like confinement, suffering, and death when we don't need to be.
Yeah. It's horrible when you actually know what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. I will do some more research into that. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And
That's
so
okay.
I'm recommending people go to a website called challenge22.com.
Challenge 22.
Yeah, and they give you meal suggestions and
cool.
nutritional guides.
Yeah.
So if you ask them, they can help you out.
Okay, yeah.
And they ask people to commit to 3 weeks of going vegan. And the idea is if you can do 3 weeks, there's no reason why you can't do after 3 weeks and keep it going.
Yeah, true. I think it takes something like 28 days to build a habit.
Yeah, this study said that it showed it takes 21.
Oh,
so that's why it's challenge 22
yeah,
days.
Okay, yeah. Ah, I see, okay. Yeah. That's slightly wrong, but yeah.
And keep the conversation going with people, because people don't talk about animal rights.
They don't.
Ultimately, like, for these animals which are suffering, it's the leading cause of climate change as well, and it's so bad for our health to consume animal products.
Yeah, true.
So it's the best thing we can do individually.
Yeah, there's loads. It's not just like, because there's so many reasons for it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yasmin.
Yasmin. My name's Amber.
Amber.
Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified when videos go up every Monday and Thursday. If you want to watch another conversation, here are a couple of options. And if you want to support my activism, there's a link in my profile to a page where you can buy me a coffee. Thanks. Amber.